Hi. People are gonna die.
He was looking.
See me your email on Discord.
I get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, people are gonna.
What's the big deal? They're old anyway, right?
Sorry, he was like burrowed so deep in, I got literally scared for a second that he wasn't there. I'm so excited. He has a new, real amazing cage that's coming in, I think tomorrow, so we're gonna get that set up. It's huge. It's huge. It's perfect. Hey. How's everyone? Welcome to episode 16 of Ruby Online. Hi. Shout out Patrick for the gifted 5 Ruby's Basic memberships. And I think that just pushed Patrick over the edge until he is the official celebrity of the week. Okay. So I just got Lauren Southern's new memoir in the mail. So I wanted to unbox that and just hang out with chat, see what's on my timeline to review and react to. Eric's here. We got Patrick. We got Benjamin. Hi, Monday. Hello, everyone. And of course, we've got Cinnamon here. So he's ready for his close up. I just wanted him to pop in to say hi before it gets kind of smoky in here. And I'm going to let him rest. They're nocturnal. So I had him last night. I've been worried since his cage. It was just a temporary cage. It was a starter kit I grabbed, just what they had at the store, for just to hold him over until I got a nice cage, which is coming tomorrow, like I said. But they're primarily nocturnal, so I don't want to do too much daytime activity. He was in the ball last night. It was like probably around 1 a.m. I went and gave him some outside time, and I let him do the ball all over the apartment. And there's mixed info about whether or not hamster balls are like enjoyable for them. He seems to love it, but I'm open, I'm still learning about him and what his preferences are, and still learning about hamsters. I've owned many pets in my time, but I've even had mice, but I've never had specifically this kind of hamster. But I'm doing my research and just making sure, and I have to call the vet just to set up a checkup. Apparently you do a hamster checkup for like $39, like super cheap, just to make sure he's all good. People have concerns about his testicle size. I think that is a little blown out of proportion. And I'm not trying to hide anything. It is what it is. Like, that's a lot of like rats and hamsters and mice and stuff. They do have large appendages. Okay. I know it could be a lot to take in. Such an epic soundtrack. Yeah. I loved that movie growing up, Clockwork Orange, and I always loved the soundtrack of it. Fun fact, there's a lot of punk bands that were like very inspired by that movie. The Addicts, their entire theme is just like a Clockwork Orange themed punk band, and same with like the Debauchkas. Fun fact. But I'm going to put him away so we can go back to sleep. I'm sorry I woke you up. Just wanted everyone to see. I'm so proud of him. He's been such a good boy. So let me just go put him back so he can get his rest. I'll be right back. There was like the synth. Oh, well, I'll find the other cardboard. Hurry, baby. Hurry, baby. Anyway, without further ado, I've got my package, and I was gonna just open it last night, but then I remembered like that's something that people enjoy seeing. They like unboxing videos and things of that nature. And I know there's a lot of curiosity around this book. So for people who don't know, Lawrence Southern is a political commentator who came into prominence being more on the right wing and being very critical of like illegal immigration. And she had an interest in like South Africa and different things that are going on with like, you know, the farming communities there. But she eventually kind of started breaking away from being in the right, and she's turned into a more like centrist-y figure, which I find interesting as someone who also, unfortunately, has been landing in a kind of centrist-y place, and it is what it is. What do you do? So I'm assuming that's what this is because I don't think I ordered anything else except for a giant hamster cage, and this feels a lot like a book. Actually, I need a cigarette. Let's light the cigarette, and then we're going to open this. Hi, what's up, John? Hey, XP. What's up, Zeb? His balls are definitely long. Well, we will get to the bottom of it and see, you know, if there is, in fact, something wrong or I don't know. We'll find out. He's just going to check up to get checked out anyway. So, we'll be dealing with that. But aside from that, it's just gonna be a chill stream. Me sitting at the desktop, hanging out with chat. Oh my God, I'm not even wearing earrings. I just took a shower and put on some makeup because I do have to go to work in like a little less than 2 hours, like an hour and a half. So we've got some time. I did tune into a lot of the D-Dog stream last night. And I did tune in at one point, and he ended the whole stream, I think, because I was there, not because of an audio issue, but, you know, like he's going to say what he says and do what he does. That's fine. I do find it to be a bit much, so I'm not allowed to be in the chat room, but I understand it can be distracting, you know, it makes him self-conscious or something. I get that, you know, every once in a while I do still get like stage fright or feel self-conscious on stream, especially on Celebrity Sunday, because that's like the one show I really put in effort and like I am very invested at it. I have a good show, you know, and I start preparing for it like earlier in the week and trying to come up with something entertaining. But I get more nervous because the pressure is kind of more on. Like, all right, this is my weekly show. Like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's still... That's part of the reason why I do my little dances. It helps me just get out of my nervous energy and just tap into my weird, excited energy. Thank you, John. I was snoozing yesterday when you live. Cinnamon, hi. Yeah, Cinnamon is my king. He is my king. And also, I still have not set up my new laptop because I got an adapter. The whole reason I got this for streaming, I cannot plug the microphone and webcam into it. So I've still been using my old laptop, which sucks. Anyway. How is chat doing? How are we doing? His name is Cinnamon. 39 isn't bad at all. That's what people are saying online. I mean, I'll spend whatever it takes to make sure that he's happy and healthy. And that's that. All right, let me put on. I'm going to find that Clockwork Orange song that I wanted to hear. I was playing it. I added it in a video. The video of Cinnamon clapping back. It's that song from Clockwork Orange that I've been wanting to hear. Soundtrack. Just play the whole soundtrack. It's the like really synthy one. Yeah. Oh well, I just might not be able to find it. Is that a Marlboro? This is a Newport 100. Do you need an adapter? I do. I need something that'll connect. I need a USB adapter so that I can plug my other devices into the laptop. I didn't realize that this was some new thing. First off, they got rid of right click. I'm thrown. And then on top of that, I can't plug my shit into it. So I got one adapter that was $70 and it only lets one plug in it. So I'm going to have to choose between audio or visual. But so that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Whatever. It's a coincidence that Keem is unbanning people after the script leak. I feel like they're just throwing anything at the wall right now to see what sticks. And they even unbanned me, and I was invited back into the Discord. Keem messaged me to let me know. And I don't think I'm going to do it because, well, first off, there's no way in hell that I'm going to let anyone tell me what Discords I'm allowed to be in and who I'm allowed to talk to. That's a non-option. And then on top of that, my other concern would be their weirdo spyware. I don't trust Keem with my info. Okay. So if I was allowed to be in there and they got rid of the spyware and stopped with all their ridiculous rules, I'd be open just because it's entertaining, you know, and you see a lot of drama, behind the scenes drama. And I have been following that universe, you know, since I partook in it however long ago. Dude, it's been pretty bad. Oh, thank you. All right, we've got some people on Kick too. Welcome. Got a couple people on Kick. I didn't even realize Princess rated me on Kick the other day, and I never ended up seeing it. All right. Let's just get into it. My plan is just to open this and a little hat. It's a beautiful day out, actually. Look at how beautiful it is. I don't know if you can even really see. And yes, the plant is still alive. Hey, Empress Janet. Oh, that text you sent me meant so much. That was really sweet. I really appreciated that. Woohoo! Thank you, Christ Scourge, aka Base Centrist, longtime channel friend. Lauren Southern is lying. She had several affairs. From what I know, I disagree. I don't, but I don't. I'm, you know, obviously I just got the book. I don't know if you've read it already, but I am curious to see her side. And Andrew Tate is pretty notorious for treating women poorly, so it's pretty in line with his character and what he talks about doing. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. But, you know, none of us were there. And that's what sucks about these situations. That it's he said, she said. You know, so whoever you relate to or like, you're probably going to lean towards that side. Oh, okay. So do you think Andrew Tate, what do you think? So you think she fabricated all of this? Because that would be really, 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 really crazy. But also, guess what? The reality of the world is really, 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 really crazy. I think they made it where the AI bot not only sees what Discord you're in, but also bans you automatically if you're in the forbidden servers. Yeah, so I'm not... Unless they change that rule, I have zero interest. I will never be a part of any Discord or community that is that controlling and weird. No, thank you. Look, I don't want to defend Tate, but she had affairs behind her husband's back and denied them all. Okay, she might have... So the thing is, what she's saying... I think her story, from what I've read, is that she was incredibly intoxicated. And he choked her until she passed out and then took advantage of her in that state. People do evil, wicked things like that, especially people in power who feel invincible from the power. They absolutely do wicked, evil things like that. And they absolutely get away with it until they don't. But usually it takes a lot of people coming forward saying the same thing after not being believed, but regardless of if she's had affairs or was a bad person or has bad political takes, that has no bearing on whether or not I find her story credible. Yeah, having an affair with Destiny, that also has no bearing because, those things for me don't make me think that she's lying. Anyway, this is the book I just unboxed. All right, we're already calling her a lying hoe, but I love a bitch, okay? And I believe her in the Andrew Tate claims from what I've heard so far. But I'm going to be investigating them, and I'm going to be reading this book and reviewing it for the channel. It kind of ties all my interests together of like niche weirdo internet politics, books. It's all coming together, people. Thoughts on the book cover? Don't love it, honestly. Don't love it. But I am excited for kind of like a tell-all on the underbelly of streaming culture, of political culture, all of these, petri dishes for narcissism and bad behavior. I'm very curious what she's going to be saying about that. So, if they're having a psychotic episode and if Andrew Tate had a psychotic episode where he was 51-50 3 times 1 week and then institutionalized and everything he did was completely out of character, and he was analyzed by several doctors who all agreed that he was severely psychosis, that does have a bearing on criminal trials. But first off, I don't think this is going to criminal trial. And second off, I don't think he has any history of psychosis. So I think, I don't know what that's all about, but no, you're totally fair to hear her out for sure. I'm just cynical. I get that. And I've been naive in the past. I wanted to believe people in the past. I don't know a ton about Andrew Tate, but what I do know has been extremely negative. So it absolutely seems on brand for him to do this. And it doesn't seem on brand for Lauren Southern, a woman who came up in the right wing and centrist more at that side. They don't really gain points for saying that someone in power raped them. If anything, the best case scenario is she's saying this as a warning to other women and to other people of the kind of person that they may be working and involving themselves with. Because if I was working with someone who was raping bitches on the side, I would want to know. Don't get it twisted. I hate Tate as well, by the way. So you just think she's lying about the Tate thing because she lied about affairs, maybe? We'll see if she's how much of a tell-all, and how self-reflective she really is. That's what we're going to find out reading this book. So This Is Not Real Life is a memoir about the total unfiltered chaos behind the scenes of my time in media. From an evangelical upbringing and steady diet of Fox News to going viral and playing my first part in media disinformation to meeting with terrorists, neo-Nazis, intelligence agents, and political crime rings, there's coke binges, MDMA diplomacy with enemies, a nuclear-grade marriage meltdown, a trail of scandals across 5 continents. I was arrested in Turkey, Morocco, got banned in the UK, and maybe violated international sanctions. Finally, a psychotic break, addiction, and the dark art of conspiracy. I didn't even know. So this could get really juicy. I wrote this book to claw my way back to reality. I hope it helps you do the same. Hashtag relatable. I feel like I made this channel to help me claw my way back to reality a bit. So I'm excited to read it. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, Dostoevsky quote. Dostoevsky. His name is spelled differently. I don't know if any of you have ever noticed, but it's spelled Dostoevsky. I think it's the correct spelling, but they like anglicized the spelling so that people could pronounce it better by adding the Dostoyevsky, Dostoevsky, so people get that, but I still obviously am not pronouncing it correctly all the time. And it says, quote, above all, do not lie to yourself. The man who lies to himself and listens to his own lie comes to a point where he cannot distinguish the truth within him or around him. So he loses all respect for himself and others. And having no respect, he ceases to love. I quite enjoy that quote. Ours from Dostoevsky. Anyway, we're not going to read the whole thing on stream right now. I just thought I would open that up with you guys. And now let's see if there's anything interesting on the timeline. I was watching Thorp TV before this because they were uploading an old video of Grace, and it's quite jarring to see her having the same issues, just exacerbated in so much worse condition after all this time working it out with her dad. I wonder if watching these old videos will maybe help her see that it's an absolute nightmare loop, but who knows? Who knows? I'm pretty sure D-Dog took down the stream from last night. Oops, I don't have anything here. It's this dog I drew. Let me share the screen, baby. Got Foreman's on. Schizospud was on. Let's see what Foreman's doing. Fucking distinction in there. Who, by the way, I was watching the old Grace video that they're uploading that Schizospud edited, and wait, what was it? Oh, distinction is in those comments too. I didn't realize it's been around that long. Like, wow, there's a lot of these simps who've been hanging on tight for a while. She's leading the book by talking about lies, perhaps. I mean, some people do make meaningful change and come to conclusions in their life that they're able to grow as a person, admit past failure, admit past lying, etc. And I always hope that, that's the case for any person, but in her and in this book, that's what I'm hoping absolutely too. All right, let's see what these. Foreman just killing it out here. Distinction says good job. Isn't Lauren Southern who got impregnated by a half Asian? I don't know as many details about her personal life, but I've just followed her career somewhat as someone interested in politics. All right, he's back up. Distinction's old chats were popping up in Grace's. Yep, yes, they were. I wonder if that's still going.
a
So
woman
sad. It's just they're doing
that
this
I was about
thing.
to. And
Yeah.
I've never. I'm a nice guy. Unlike Coder or Radical Coder, that guy will read you in a minute.
I didn't realize Radical Coder is someone who's been around for a long time too. And where did I see him? Oh, I saw him on the Dalmatian Dog streams, and I really liked his dynamic with them. I think D-Dog, Foreman, King, and Radical Coder, and even that guy Jim. I think the 5 of them, they all work really well together, and I enjoy the content. That's what I tend to be watching, to be perfectly honest. So anyway, let's watch this for a bit and then see what else is going on the internet. This is just what I was watching anyway. Let's see where the live's at. How long the stream is. She's still talking to that guy in the stream. Hey, Spud.
Yeah. Well,
How we doing? You're a trooper going through this old footage.
Do you understand the rape fantasies? I mean, it's pretty simple. I think.
You told me about you told us about the rape fantasies. Explain, please elaborate.
Yeah.
On the rape
Okay.
fantasies.
Women have rape fantasies because
Some women have rape fantasies. That's true. Humans have all kinds of bizarre kinks and sexual fantasies. But keyword being fantasy, people don't actually want to get raped. Is it? Dude.
The woman that I
money to do it.
Do you have a donation link?
No.
Then set it up. You should be doing that now.
Well, I mean,
I know, I believe it. You're pretty fair.
It's really
And
easy.
you know what I like about us is we both I think we both have biases in kind of different directions, but are willing to kind of admit okay, sometimes this thing colors my perception. And it's always to just be good and aware of that. But I might be the one eating my words, So we'll see. I'm just still in the gathering information phase. It seems plausible, her story about Andrew Tate, but I don't know her previous character and stuff, which I say shouldn't necessarily come into question, except that if you are someone who has a record of lying, obviously that's going to be an issue. And her and Tate both have a record of lying. So yeah.
Pal, you set up a power chat or stream me or stream chat, whatever it's called, Streamlabs or Patreon or whatever. Keyflow. There's a ton of them.
Well, okay. So you don't, but do you have? Okay, what if I say I'm crazy and I want to do dangerous stuff? Dangerous. I want to do dangerous drugs.
Also, a lot of the things that Grace was oh, I'm so crazy, I fell asleep on the floor. It's just the experience of any young woman growing up, going through puberty and experiencing new things and having destructive impulses. That's kind of part of being an adolescent, Nothing she's ever really said in that area seems that crazy, but
I want to do dangerous stuff with fun people.
I mean, if you want to do stuff,
I want to do dangerous stuff with fun people. I mean, when I was her age or that age or whatever, I was kind of on the same page. I just wanted to do my own thing, but that can be a part of healthy development, is to find your own way. And sometimes you find that by making those mistakes. It's just a matter of not making life-ruining mistakes like going on fentanyl. But we're building it back, baby.
LSD and stuff like that. A lot of people do that. Or
I don't really want to do that. Nah, I don't.
And heroin, meth, PCP. What are you talking about?
I would do some heroin. I think it would calm me down a little bit.
Shit.
But yeah, not really. I'm not really a drug person because I my mind is kind of already active. So I don't really, I tried smoking weed once and it just, it was awful. So I don't really think I'm that kind of a person. But I want to. I don't know. I want to just I just want to fuck around and have fun, see actual fun with crazy people.
That's what young people generally desire to do. And maybe someday she'll be able to go out into the world and interact with people and have different life experiences and find out who she is outside of her father. You need to go into the world and have those interactions, And when people say you're missing out on life, it's not just missing out on random sex. that doesn't even have to be a part of your life. You can be celibate. Like, you don't have to do all that, to still find your own way. Like, even just having a job. Like, I worked in restaurants for 16 years where I was forced to face the public, work with people day in, day out for many years. And that's a character building experience that she's missed out on. And streaming, I can only imagine the impact of streaming on a young forming brain who's already in a severely abusive environment. Like, it's just.
And I think a lot of them are online.
Okay, well then do that.
Well, but so what's your advice based on? So anything I say, you're just going to say, okay, go do that?
You're young, right? And you want to go do wild shit and get a little out of control and find yourself. You don't want to be saved. You want to fuck up and have a lot of fun. That's what you're telling me, right? So
But you're okay. So while I'm young, I can go have fun, but then at a certain point, I need to take responsibility and stop it.
Right.
And
learn
that
from
sucks. So then I'm just having fun just to waste some time.
You go out. It's not. Well, is it a waste of time or is it a journey? I mean, it's up to you what you want to do, right? Like, you're an adult.
It's not really. Is it a lot of fun to have a party when in the back of your mind all you're thinking is
Caffeine,
okay, at the end of this party I need to really clean up and I need to never throw one of these parties again. I'm a terrible person.
Well, I mean, if you're thinking like that, you need to chill the fuck out and have a shot, because you should be in the moment. The future's a future. That shit changes every day, every fucking day. You should have set goals for the year and live your life day to day. That's what you should do. And just be aware of your surroundings. You don't have to be constantly worried that the world is going to collapse around you. Plenty of people go out, do crazy shit, and they still work their shit out by the end of the day. All I'm saying is you don't have to jump off a ledge to go have fun. You're young. You can live a little. Let loose. Enjoy yourself. It's okay to fail at something or fall or make a mistake and just learn from it. That's how you grow as a human being. You won't understand these kind of things because you won't learn from it if you don't do it. You don't experience life as it is. So if you want to go experience fun and life how you perceive it and you're set on that, then do that in the best way possible that doesn't get you killed.
Well,
you know what's crazy to me? This was, I think they put the date up, and like this video looks like it could have been filmed like 5+ years ago. She looks like a totally different person, but this was just 2 years ago. Like, that is crazy to me. Just how much she's deteriorated in such a short amount of time is.
Or your life destitute or in jail or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I don't really want to do like just self-destructive things just to do them. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't think you're saying that I want to do that.
I'm not, but okay.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think this is just who I am. I don't think it's because I'm young. I think, and I get it, it would be a different kind of thing, but I think I'm going to be the way I am when I'm 30, when I'm 40, when I'm 50. I don't think
every young person thinks that. Like, she does definitely have some mental health issues, but she's been, like, brainwashed into believing that any normal quality she has is deranged, and all her deranged qualities are normal. Everything has just been, like, backwardly, like, influenced in the worst way.
That way when we were your age.
So what did you do?
I did crazy shit. I ran around.
For real.
I traveled a lot. I did things
and then you got responsible and told yourself to stop.
It offline. I went through a whole plethora of things. I met people in various different countries. I went and did things that I probably shouldn't have done. I look back and go, "Fuck, man, that was probably a bad idea." But I learned from it, and it made me a better person overall because of the experiences that I. You have to live. You can't just be isolated in a bubble or ask other people what you should do with your life. You should just take the jump. Sometimes you have to just take the step into the direction that you want to go. Just don't hurt people along the way, and don't like put yourself in a situation where you will literally rot in prison or die. You know what I mean? Or ruin your life. Or you get what I'm trying to say? It's very simple.
But did you have fun,
Dude,
and then at a certain point you got responsible?
Yeah.
One thing to be like uneducated, but they're always so confident. Like, she's very confident in her entirely uneducated opinions and feelings on things. Like, it's just such a bizarre existence. It's very like, it's just like a bizarre social experiment, and it's unethical, honestly.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
Well, what did you do? You just told yourself to stop having so much fun?
well, no, you just kind of get to a point where you're like, man, I've kind of
you
seen the
can.
world, I've kind of done
Thank you.
things. These are amazing, and you kind of move on from there. Some people fall in love with whatever they find, and they just stick with it. Some people don't. I mean, it's just you have to experience that to get to that point. You're only 20. I mean, you haven't even gotten to that point. You're nowhere near that point. You need to go fly the coop and let yourself live a little. You got to be an adult, you know. You got to go be with.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time for you to do that kind of stuff if that's how you're feeling. Because you're just gonna always keep asking yourself, what if you don't?
But I think a lot of people like my age are doing loser lame shit like having sex and getting drunk at a party, right? Okay, I know what that is. I think a lot of them. I had a friend who I told her I was doing this stuff. She watched my stuff and she blocked me on everything.
She used to have friends, you know, but she hasn't since she was a teenager. And the only social dynamics she's ever truly experienced are middle school and her psycho-abusive streaming career with her dad. That's it. And that's why you get this bizarre, both immature but, you know, mature at the same time personality. You know, it's an interesting paradox.
And she said, I'm never talking. She didn't even say it, but obviously she's like, I'm never talking to you again. You're so crazy. This is insane. I don't want to be associated with you.
Yes. And that's the normal healthy response that people feel when they see weirdo, psychotic sex rituals happening between blood relatives. Like, yes, that is the natural healthy response, is to turn away and run away and block. Unless you're me, in which case reach out for an interview and hop in the RV.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, what is fun for you?
So I think a lot of people would
all right,
say,
how about-
I'm doing the crazy thing.
Absolutely.
Not them.
Well,
They're
it's
doing the normal, boring loser thing. Anybody can go and get birth control and go have sex in college. It's really not that exciting. And I'm not getting angry at you. I'm just saying, like, that's what fun for people my age is. I don't want to have that fun. It sucks. It's totally loserish and lame.
So okay, if you had to describe what was fun, give me a scenario that you would find extremely fun. Go.
Good question.
I think I would find it really fun to have a crazy road trip with a bunch of crazy people and live stream it.
Well,
then do that.
I mean, and that is fun. And that's a decent answer from her. And that is, I can totally see the fun element of that. You know, even with the dark parts, I do see the fun parts of just like, I would love to, you know, if I ever get a car someday, to be able to drive around and just collab with randos.
Well, I need to find some crazy people who aren't moralistic losers, which a lot of people online are.
Moralistic losers, aka against incest and abuse.
I'll be blind. That's the only two things that really matter.
What about this? What about this? I really like hurting other people.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Who are losers. I really like hurting other people who are losers.
Yes, we know that you are very sadistic, and her father encourages this weird antisocial sadistic behavior to the point that she's unable to function in this world. He's done the opposite of what a father should do. A father should be preparing you to be independent and to be able to fend for yourself in this world. That's literally the goal of any parent. Fail.
I really like hurting
What a
them.
fail.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, that's wrong.
It is, in fact, wrong.
Why?
Because
cause suffering to
hurting other
others.
people for the sake of enjoyment is usually a morally bad thing. It's a lot of bad things for a lot of reasons. It'll always come back to haunt you, unless you just have no ethics or like no emotions to.
Well, somebody came on my stream once, and he was just being like, it's just such a loser. And then he went off the stream. And I was polite to him, but then he left the stream, and I was like, that guy really sucked. He was such a loser. And it felt great to say that about him, and I enjoyed it. Is that wrong? Because he was. Take my word for it, he was. Okay, just to say.
When you say hurt people, I'm thinking like, you're like actually going out of your way to like ruin someone's life or, you know, try to kill somebody or something like that.
No, I just like humiliating them.
I
enjoy it.
I mean, there's people who have fetishes for that. If you enjoy that, that's fine. I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's not my cup of tea, but you know, it is.
I mean, it's kind of like what her niche is and what she's leaned into is this kind of like femdom thing, because there are a lot of men who have a very intense fetish and desire to be humiliated by like a dominant, nasty woman, you know? But the thing is, she's been providing this sexualized service, but on YouTube and not getting paid correctly for what she is in fact doing. It's also strange.
Well, this guy came on my stream, and he says, like, you know, men hit the wall when they turn 30, and that's why I can't get any pussy. And I was like, I sat there and I tolerated and I listened to it, and I was like, oh my god, this guy.
That's just a.
Yeah. Well, she has no point of reference. How could she? She lives in this very little, tightly controlled version of reality, you know? She can only operate within that reality, and that's Ben's reality, where anyone who doesn't love like weirdo incest shit is just a moralizing F slur.
Virgin, that sounds like, but
Yeah, and then he got off the stream and he was like, I have a girlfriend, so I'm not a loser. And I was like, this fucking guy sucks so much. Is that wrong?
No, you're fine. That's not fun. That's not hurting people, by the way. I think you're misinterpreting.
Well, no, he was hurt by it. He freaked out. I mean, he was definitely hurt.
That guy's fine. He went to sleep just fine. He's gonna wake up and still have money in his bank. He's still gonna have his girlfriend supposedly. So that's not actually hurting someone. You're just giving your opinion on something that you didn't like it, or you thought it was cringe or whatever.
Well, then what's the difference? What is hurting somebody then?
Well, I mean,
is he hurting somebody to say that they suck?
I mean, not really. There's some people that just suck. Some people who don't suck. Some things suck. Some things don't. Everybody has a tolerance for certain things. You're not supposed to be accepting of everything. Human beings don't work.
Props to the people who really did try to give this, give her some information on how reality works. A lot of people have tried, myself included. And I've left that door open if she ever decides to enter reality and, was very desperate or needed a safe place to go off stream. I have offered that for her, even though she's been, kind of a little terror to my life. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see anyone getting beat up and abused. It's just such a sick situation. Hey, amateur. My biggest problem with Lauren Southern was the shooting flares at people and her getting paid to shield for Russia. Well, I'll have to look into that. I mean, for me, it was like the intercepting like immigrants or like refugees. And, these are all very complex social issues. Other than that, I like her. I'm stuck to her and I've interacted like how I have here. So I don't want to just sound like a hater. No, you're good. We welcome nuanced opinions here, okay? We welcome nuance. We love it.
I know that social media praises the idea that you have to accept all these things and this and that or else.
Oh, the immigrant was the players? Yeah,
not going to be that way.
Not a good luck.
Someone for the sake of like a pleasure or something like that would be like you going out of your way to make sure like somebody is utterly miserable in some type of way to the point where they don't even want to live anymore, or their lives are so broken that they'll never recover from it, or in some cases worse, it could be physical harm. Like you want to.
Oh my God. Well, that's really fucking sad, but I guess Ozzy Osbourne passed away. I just Googled it, and that's for real. That's pretty sad. He was a very talented musician and also a pioneer of the reality TV genre. The Osbournes came out in the early 2000s, and it was one of the first shows that it wasn't a family sitcom. It was just a fucked up family being documented, and that had a huge amount of intrigue around it. But what's up, Z-Star? Yeah, that's really sad. I had no idea. I guess it's very recent. Yeah, I thought they were just like, wow. At least they got to do like a reunion. That all happened, Maybe he could feel it was his time was coming. So, he lived his life to the fullest, and he had a family that he really loved and cared for. He was with his wife, Sharon, I believe, you know. Yeah. I know. I was just looking at that. I was like, oh, that is Sharon. Huh. Yeah. So aside from being, you know, very innovative in reality TV, they're very innovative musically, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty sad. I'm not huge into metal, but I do enjoy what I've listened to of Black Sabbath and have followed his career. He had Parkinson's on something, didn't he? He was hella fucked up, bless him. He was sitting the whole time, his final gig, as he couldn't stand. We're all surprised he made it this long. You know, he was someone who could have ended up in the 27 Club very easily. As could have I. No, I watched Ozzy on the Osbournes. Want to Believe, which is the Osbournes reference paranormal videos. Well, that's pretty fucking sad. Yeah, honestly, he was looking rough a decade ago. I mean, he's someone who did too many drugs. That's very linked to the music scene, especially in like darker genres like punk, metal, emo, or things like that. Even more so, there's, you know, an element of like drugs and partying that's very addictive beyond the music. And then you intertwine your one passion, which is music, with drugs, and then you're fucked. So many funny stories about them doing drug stuff. He was a proper rocker, not like the fake ass ones these days. True. They were doing their podcast within last year, and he was all right. Wow, that's just very sad. Well, rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne. Very, very sad news. That caught me off guard. I was just like, but it doesn't always, you know, when someone like Brian Wilson died not too long ago, and he's a musician who I really have looked up to for a long time. And I find Pet Sounds to be the most beautiful piece of music and just art in general that's ever been created, probably. He sniffed the liner and sent ones, bro. Fuck that. Yo. Okay. All right. He had a good run.
Take something from them physically. You want to prevent them. Like a good example, right?
Let's see who's going.
I just say that if that's what I was saying.
Back.
I
To do those.
and I
Let's get to the current. Tell the
really
friend.
interested in what she's saying. You said it to be an asshole. Because what am I gonna say?
All right. If
Yeah, I do.
that's how you feel, then I apologize if it came off that way. That wasn't my intent.
Well, there is no other intention to saying.
Mama,
Somebody saying, yeah, there's some things wrong with my relationship with my dad. I have a codependent
It was
relationship.
a statement, Grace. It was a question, and I asked you why.
Objectively
what you meant by that.
codependent.
Like, this is retarded now. If I'm telling you right now, it's fine. I apologize. If you can't accept that, then that is what it is. I'm not trying to be an asshole. You don't have to paint it what it isn't.
All I know, yeah.
They're reliving the glory days.
I know one thing. I
It's
know
the peak, I
because
guess,
was
you know?
listening to a girl, and she said, you know, this asshole came on, and he said, you know, he made all these incest things, and I was trying to be honest and say, yeah, there is some truth that I have a codependent relationship with my dad, and I'm trying to get away from it and work through it.
And the way that she thinks she needs to work through it is by having 16-hour struggle sessions with her father every day for years, yet they're more fucked than ever. Separate. But I do appreciate they are, like, doing at least individual channels right now. Seems like Ben is exploring more of his thing, and she's exploring more of her thing, so I support that. I'm actually going to be on Playing with Fire tomorrow. I'm going to be participating in some kind of dating show. If any other females are interested, I think they were looking for other female streamers. But so we're going to be on the same kind of panel, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully not pure mayhem. But I'm trying to, well, I guess this wouldn't be branching out, but I've been wanting to go on more panels and stuff and just kind of, I don't know. I want to start recruiting new panelists. Yeah, I want to start recruiting some people who I like and like keep building up our community here, you know?
And, you know, it's not really fair what I do to him. I'm sort of clinging on
No
to him.
one more beautiful.
I wouldn't say,
She is so
does that mean you have
sad,
sex with your dad?
romance.
Because I'm not an asshole.
She gets so nasty so quick.
Well, Look, that's
I
not,
wouldn't say that to somebody who's trying to be honest. You could say, "Oh, I'm just being a shithead. I'm
Getting defensive because, come on.
just you." Okay.
okay, Grace. I mean,
No,
I get it. It's
you're
really
right.
upsetting you. I apologize. It's not what I intended. I literally didn't understand what you meant. I even followed up that statement with the second part of the sentence. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not having sex with your dad. You're not having sex with your dad. It's not a big deal. You don't have to freak out about it. It's okay.
You obviously said it to be an asshole. Nobody asks that question unless they're trying to be an asshole.
No, people just really genuinely believe it based on this fucked up sexual relationship that you've put on the internet. And now have years of content of you and your dad having really weird sexualized interactions. On top of that, the mother and son's testimony, court documents, there's a lot of very valid reasons why people think that you are in a sexual relationship with your biological father.
Asshole. Because if I was, I
Maybe-
wouldn't
maybe-
say yes.
Maybe
And
a
if I wasn't, then you're just being an asshole, right?
Maybe Grace-
So
brazen guy. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to upset you. I just apologized twice. Okay. I
no,
mean,
you didn't apologize for it. You apologized for if it offended me.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing as
Okay.
apologizing for doing
all right.
something.
How about this? I'll take it back. I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem. No problem.
You good? Okay.
Yeah, there's no problem.
See?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. You've had a rough night, I could tell.
Well, that's all Deadman had to say too. You know, I get it. You're trying to be an asshole. You're trying to be transgressive. You don't. I mean, it's not a big deal. I get it. I get it. I've said things that I've said I'm sorry for. It's not a big deal. I don't know.
I get
That's
it.
all he had to say. He didn't have to freak out and make death threats like an idiot.
I get it, Grace. I just had a
We all
rough
know the
night.
Thorpes would never make death threats.
Oh goodness. Well, I would still. I like hurting people, and I think it's good, and I want to around, and I think it's good. And I disagree with you telling me to be responsible because I just think I don't know what you're trying to. First of all, you say morality is subjective, and you say it doesn't matter what you do, and then you say, well, but you should be responsible at a certain point after you're done having fun.
I said it's arbitrary across the board. You should have them. But if you're aware of what somebody's trying to do and what they're trying to do is just provoke you, then morals don't really matter because they're just looking to get a reaction.
I still think morals. I mean, you can say
it's not
I
a
know this person.
Moral issue.
Right.
Have
You.
got-
I think you can. I think. I'm sorry. You're cutting out. So I don't mean to talk over you. Go ahead.
No. I said because it's not a moral issue at that point. He's just trying to get a reaction out of you, and you just go, "Oh, okay, I know.
It's for real.
I'm not going to give this guy what he wants," and then just move on.
Well, I think
Because he's not.
I
trying
get it.
to have a genuine conversation with him. He's just trying to provoke you.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, I understand that, but I think I think if you're dealing with somebody like that, you can do it in a funny way, right? There's people who do it in a funny way. Like, that guy Reza is just like, Grace, take your tits out. Like, that's, funny. He's obviously joking. But I think when people are being assholes, you can call them out. Yeah, I think he is joking.
He's not. Rizzo's never joking when he's talking to you the way he talks to you. That is how he is.
Yeah, everybody says that, but I can tell it's a joke. What do you mean? What do you
Not
mean?
very
he's not joking?
perceptive,
He really
Grace.
wants to see my
Yeah.
breasts
Yes.
right there in front of
Yeah.
my dad on a Discord call.
Yes.
He doesn't. He's kidding around.
No, he's not. No, he's not, Grace. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's how Rizzo
What's up,
is.
BB?
He's like that.
No. I just totally don't see it. Everybody tells me, oh, he's such a terrible person. First of all, I have no idea
He
what he
is.
looks like or who he is. All I've heard is
He's
his
fat.
voice.
British.
But I really don't see it. I don't see it. He's obviously kidding around.
He's not. He's really not, Grace.
I can see the chats from earlier. Oh, I don't have any of them saved.
I know
but they
all
were
about Rizzo.
They were silly. They were silly.
Rizzo was not kidding. He wanted that for sure. That's just the way he is, though. Rizzo's always like that, especially when he drinks, which is
Okay, but okay. Well, okay. Well, you can say whatever you want about him. I've seen troll. The thing is, okay, this is the thing about trolling, right? Okay, you could say he's serious or whatever, but when I see his chats, that make me laugh because I think they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
and
They
he
are
does a good job. He does a good job.
It's
of
really
trolling.
wild.
The
I've
rest
never
of them,
seen
they're
these
just like
though.
show feet, show feet. It's so boring. It's not creative, right? And sometimes when they're just being assholes, then you can say like, you know what? If you're being an asshole, it's not the same as good trolling. It's not the same as being a good shit
Right.
talker.
Well, that's because RZA's genuine when he talks to you like that, because that's how RZA is. He's very much like that. You just don't know him. He's always drunk, and he actually talks like that all the time. That's what he thinks. His wife left him because he acts like that. He's really bad. He really doesn't not be that way. So when he says those things, he's not faithful to his bitch wife that left him.
He is.
You should ask him about Carol. You should ask him, but never mind. I'm not going to say that on stream.
No, somebody told me, oh, some girl fell in love with him on Discord or something, and he broke her heart. Give me a break. Give me a break. That's her fault. I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna fall in love with some random guy on Discord,
Oh my
okay?
God.
And you're not gonna say like it's all a joke.
Talk to the girl. You should talk to her.
No, I haven't.
You should talk to her. You would probably it'd be a really entertaining stream if you and her talked about RZA on stream.
Yeah, well, what's she gonna say? He really
A
hurt
lot.
me.
No, a lot. Just quite a bit. I think
What?
she.
How is anybody? How is somebody a victim of a random person on Discord? All you have to do is block or ban, and you never have to talk to them again.
Wait, Grace. Let me maybe this person
Unless they make
loves bomb
dozens of
and
accounts.
You think it's the greatest thing ever, and he wants to be yours, or whatever, and you send a bunch of sensitive stuff or possible embarrassing things.
Yeah, that's your fault.
I mean, yeah, it is. But at the end of the day, the guy tricked you into doing that, and now he's like, "Oh, I got you around my finger now," and then it turns into a nightmare scenario where the guy just holds things over your head for the rest of your life. That's a really rough situation.
Yeah, she's an idiot. I don't know what to tell you. If somebody says like, "I love you so much, I want to marry you, baby," and you take it seriously on Discord, that's your fault. Don't go on Discord.
You really should talk to the chick. I think you should talk to her.
But again, the sad news to report that the former frontman from Black Sabbath and then Ozzy Osbourne as a solo artist passed away today at the age of 76, according to reports. I first met him back in 1985 at the Rock in Rio Festival, then again in 2008. Happen to get some pictures of those. We'll try to get those up. Let's go to Jeff Paul right now. Jeff, what do we know? We don't have Jeff at this point.
They're such hypocrites.
How about Sandra? We've got Sandra. Sandra, I don't know how much of a fan you were, but certainly he was all over the place between music and the TV show. The Osbournes, real rock icon. And this really is the passing of a legend.
He really crossed generations when he went into the reality TV show where his family opened up their home and their lives to the cameras, and everybody got to know them better. And his daughter Kelly, apparently he was on a stage less than 3 weeks ago, a throne on stage at Villa Park. Yeah. So he was still out there. The statement from his family reads, "It was with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love." And his family, as we can all picture it from the cameras being opened up in their household, they had very tight relationships, all of them. And he was obviously an incredibly talented musician, John.
He was, and any aspiring guitarist, you see Tony Iommi there in the middle, any aspiring guitarist wanted to play the Black Sabbath riffs from Iron Man and Paranoid and others. Some
That's very sad. Let's see what else is here, and then I'm going to take us all for a walk. Let's go for a little wickety walk because I just realized I don't have any cigarettes. And it's a beautiful day, so why not? Okay. But I'm trying to include some laptop streams, even though there's only 46 people. It's okay. It's 46 friends here. Let's take this show on the road, though. Okay. This is the outfit of the day. I got this little bodysuit. It's incredibly tight, so I'm going to wear a jacket over it. And I'm just wearing some comfortable fleece bottoms. Just going to the bookstore today. Nothing crazy. I got this jacket for $2. Which is quite the steal. All right. Oh, a piece of gum. Lit. His lyrics are actually very cerebral in a way that you wouldn't expect given how he talks. Ruby, Minar, Docs, D-Dog in your server? What the fuck are you talking about? Minar was in my voice chat this morning by himself. If anyone's been in my Discord for a minute knows I've like never used my voice chat. I've been meaning to branch out and do some more Discord content to help build a server and community, but usually I'm like, why don't I just live stream it? So, oh, thank you so much, Mystery Man. Hope your day's been going well, Ruby. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill day, pretty uneventful. It was a beautiful day that I don't have to go to the clinic because I had my take-home bottle. Hallelujah for that. So we've just been lazing about. I got this package in the mail, which is a copy of Lauren Southern's new book. It's not real life, which is a memoir about the total unfiltered chaos behind the scenes of my time in media. So excited to read this, report back on how it is. Shoes. Where did I get these? Oh, I got these at Target. It was during a stream, and I let chat pick. I'm very happy with the choice. It was between this and like some more like boot, but they don't give me as much height as my other platforms. They only give me like that, but still better than nothing. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. What's the roadmap for being full of methadone? Good question. So I haven't, since I had all those clinic disasters where I got kicked out of like 2 clinics in 1 month, I haven't gone down since then. So I've been stabilized at 40 milligrams for like, I don't know, probably a month and a half now or something. And the next time I see my counselor, I'm going to ask to go down by another 5. And then I'll stay there for a while. It's just as you get lower in the dose, each time you go down, the withdrawal is more intense. So I'm just going down little by little so that I don't have any kind of like insane mental health issues like I have in the past from withdrawal. But once the withdrawal part's over, I feel so much better just not on these opiates. They deaden your soul. You know, I don't know. I feel like I'm just coming back to who I was bit by bit, you know? Minar's nuts. I'm not shocked. Oh, yeah. Has anyone deleted it? Any of the moderators? Let me see what's going on. I don't know what happened to Polly. To Polly and Cyclamen 90. Fuck, dude. I just said if you dox again, you're banned. And I just deleted it. What the fuck, man? Stevie said 1 step at a time. We're doing great. Thank you so much, guys. Maybe we will actually hit this goal. Let me update the banner. Been throwing down. I just spent like $200 on a really nice hamster cage. So any donations are much appreciated. But we know there's nothing more important than getting blinged out. I deleted it. You lit. Oh, you liar. Oh, he posted it in announcements too. So there was like, I guess one in the upward spiral, which I'm assuming you deleted, but then I was in announcements and he had posted it there. What the fuck? Why? What inspired this? Like, Hopefully, Polly and Second are just taking a temporary break. Yeah, I mean, I see them. They pop in here and there. But sometimes people just, they'll get really into a channel and then they'll kind of like move on and get into a different channel or something. And it's like, I'm just gonna learn to like not take it personally, because there are people who've come and gone and then they maybe come back. But I'm very open with the audience and the community and interactive, so I get parasocial back at people, and I don't think people realize that entirely. Well, you just put on a little more mascara so I don't scare you. I just got this new NYX. It's like a plumping lip gloss. Ah! What did I just break? Super cute. All right. Go get some cigarettes and go for a little nature walk. Maybe I'll put my phone on the selfie stick so it's like it can stay on horizontal. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. The great thing about StreamYard is you can go back and forth from horizontal to sideways. I don't know why. Looking very 2003. Thank you. Z-Star says, spoke to Polly recently. She's still going through some shit. Yeah, true. Polly has had some health issues. I just want to make sure I didn't do anything to like hurt anyone's feelings that I'm not aware of. But I know she had some health issues, which I understand that. And I don't expect, it's not like I want people to like, report for moderation duty, I just get curious. All right, let's go get some ciggies and whatnot. Just want to give birth to the reincarnated Ozzy. I heard she did give birth. I know. That sucked. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Michael. Hey, Distinction. We all saw you popping up in Grace's old streams. You've been really just been going at it in her chat for a while now. Great work, buddy. Okay, where's my glasses? Shoelace is already untied. Oh, they're right here. Keep finding like old weed pens that were like lost because I lose everything. Are we doing decentralizing? Oh no, it was definitely you. It was definitely you. Chat, right? LOL, yeah, I muted every channel except Upward Gamer, so I didn't see them. What's up, Radio Foreman in the house? Great work, little buddy. Ruby, what the hell are you talking about? All right, weed. We're going to buy cigarettes. I got my glasses. Just put on a splash of vanilla body spray so I don't smell like cigarettes. Just want to take a big hit of weed so that I feel high. Just what we're doing right now. And we're gonna go. Ew. I've heard a couple references to this now. What was I saying in Grace's old stream? It wasn't anything crazy. Just you got popped in the chat, so it was just funny. Oh, looky who it is. Major. Oh my God. All right. I left it on my laptop. Now we ride, bitch. Now we ride, bitch. Yeah. I really do. I'm more of a holding the phone kind of streamer rather than what the fuck is on my face? Than sitting at the laptop. Because I like to walk around. I enjoy walking and talking. But I also enjoy reacting to stuff which you can only do on laptop. So I already spritzed some spray. I'll do a little more because this area is exposed. You can't get sunburnt on the titties. My keys. Can we take my selfie stick? Yeah, I'll take it. Let's be nice to chat. Let's not. Because I want to get cigarettes and maybe just like walk around. Selfie stick is in Cinnamon's room. Cinnamon's probably sleeping. I want to wake him up again. The big players. Tell you, C-Star. The original T-Dog. Alright. So, I'm going to try to do somewhat okay camera work. That's not horizontal because I've just been doing so many horizontal or so many vertical phone streams, and I like to do that to just like supplement my streams throughout the week. But I know there's a segment of my audience that just only watches on like their laptop, so I want to get some horizontal footage in for them too. Distinction says, I've been pulling the strings all this boy shit for years. I played a critical roles in some of everyone's favorite content. I don't need recognition. That's right. Distinction is cool. He's a big player. He is behind the scenes. We do call him Top Dog. Grimace says lying that they're expressing a lie. I'm in Ruby's top 5 chatters. Don't really agree with that. Big player. Yeah, he's basically fucked every chick around here. Big player, top dog, spreading the seed. Shit. There were some phone calls that I really had to make today that I did not. I will procrastinate a basic phone call for years. Let's put the Diet Coke in the fridge. I'm singing in the rain. Hashtag wrong about Grimace. What would be like? I like that wrong about R and R sound. Wrong about Ruby. Grimace would be yes, Ruby is wrong. Yeah, because I really love your porn bombing and being a Grace simp. That is my favorite qualities in chatter. All right, it's time for the official fit check. Sorry, I'm going to try to be a good camera woman today. Try something new. Dude, there's totally wrong issue. I think this is a cute jacket, and I tend to like having layers around because if the AC is on in the bookstore, it does get cold. And these are just cute little black fleece pants, very athleisure. And my little bag. Let's go. Let's go be a celebrity. I do fully believe poor Grimace was framed. Yeah, I actually kind of believe that too. I'm just busting his balls. But there is also the part of me that's like, I don't fucking know. But I have no issue with Grimace. I don't think I do. Should I? Has Minar been outed? Bro, hey Minar, if you're watching this, first off, what were you doing in my voice chat? No one goes in there. I'm going to start experimenting with it in the future, but he was just alone in my voice chat for a while. And I was like, what the fuck? So that happened. And then I just was like, whatever, that's like a little weird, but whatever. And then he doxed D-Dog in my server. So we deleted that. And I said, if he posts anything like that again or doxes, he's banned. I mean, I might have to ban him just for that in the first place. I don't know. Ugh. I just don't know, baby. He's cuckoo. Why did he not show a pic of his book? Yes, exactly. You remember. Exactly. Why? We do not know. That was part of why there was that suspicion, because he just didn't show his floor. Find a good way to hold this. I look fucking ridiculous. Nobody does this here. Hey, how's it going? Celebrity. Oops. Oh, she's about to cause an accident. Oh. I let my hair mostly air dry except for the bangs I curled. But it's true. Why, Grimace? You could have easily cleared it all up, but you chose not to. So now there will forever be that suspicion. Hey, Quadratic. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a cigarette and Red Bull. Did you guys see I've now partnered? I don't know if you saw my short from last night, but one of the bodegas, they see me streaming, and he's always asking me about streaming, and he thinks it's fun. And he was like, can you stream something here? Can you do like a shout out for the store and we'll give you a discount? And I was like, oh, I'd be honored, you know? So I made a quick little video there. I mean, I don't need like a discount. I would hype them up anyway, so. But yeah, it's the Chapel Mini Mart, one of New Haven's premier bodegas. So it was a cute little video. I got a couple hundred views. We'll see. See if anyone goes in there. What a beautiful day in New Haven. Wow. I kind of wish I was off work today so I could just like be outside and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day. Radio. I'm a celebrity. You, my friend, are like a rising starlet wouldn't say celebrity, but you are an up and coming fresh face. Maybe entering the zone of maybe having a lowercase s celebrity. I consider myself uppercase s, but you know. Jeremy is one of the big players. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of the big players here today. Shout out to the Big Players Club. That should be the name of I definitely want to do other channels. I want King to get a fucking channel. Do I have to set it up? I'll just name it like King's Outlet or the Big Players Club, and it could just be a place of sharing ideas and stuff for other big players, you know? Dude, oh, I don't want to walk away my job or my old job with the selfie stick. Oh, we're good. We're gonna take a detour over here. We're gonna take a detour over here. It's too embarrassing. This is for you, Chad, that I'm doing this selfie stick horizontal situation. Jeremy is a Z-list celebrity, perhaps. Tommy King has a channel because he used it to comment on your streams. True, but he doesn't. You have to do some things to get approved for live streaming before you can live stream. You have to have some content, you have to get some views, and you have to hit a certain amount of subscribers. But he's so active, like, in this universe, and he's so well liked. Like, I think he would do great on a channel of his own. I'd love to see more collaboration between them because I find them entertaining. You know, and there's not many. Anytime there's any streamer I remotely like, I get excited about it. I jump on it because it's a rare occasion. It's a rare occasion. There's a lot of weirdos out here, people. Distinction says, I'm not an actor, and I think someone else would be much better suited for that role, though. Come on. Tommy is too real, though, for streaming. Oh, you're right. He would probably get banned and still I didn't. Oh. Yeah, and it's like once you think these things through, you realize the potential pitfalls, like how on Lolcow Rejects he played that movie clip of someone like violently killing themselves that got them like fucked on that channel. So he might lack a bit of the TOS sense. But Jeremy is a rising star, and he really deserves. Without him, where else would we go? It's your King TL, D-Dog, and Get Crack. Oh yeah, Get Crack also. I like other pills. It's like that crew. I don't know. For such a degenerate corner of the internet, they all have like their own little different perspectives, and they fight kind of like siblings at this point, which is funny to watch because they all fight dramatically but make up and still come back. Dramatic, intense personalities, you know, they'll fight and blow up, but they're not necessarily going to be able to repair it to come back. And I think that's an important life skill to have. Wow. So beautiful out. Wow, this is such a beautiful area. Must be practice. Oh wait, we're getting cigarettes. Where am I? Have I lost my way? It's just Discord voice calls linking into YouTube. It's not content. It's content to me. Like, what streamers are content to you right now? I, like, literally, on my own, will sit down and watch these people interact, find it funny, literally LOL out loud to myself. So, I don't know. I think there's just so many, like, shit. Uninteresting, boring, like inauthentic, just trash streamers. They're all fake as fuck. People want something real to grab onto more than ever with the whole AI bullshit. What they want is that real, flawed human person that they can relate to online. Because what's happening in the streamer world right now is not that. It's become disgusting. Or maybe it always was. How long did they end up streaming for? I didn't get to catch that. Also, can you guys let me know if it gets to be like 3:50? I can't see my time right now on my phone. Honestly, there's something cool about seeing all the big players on a panel. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Big Players Club. Because it's like, it was smart what, like, doing the Log Cow Rejects channel and having it be kind of like a community channel. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I tried like LOL Angels, but that was just like me and Lo's kind of like podcast, which is on pause for now as Lo kind of relaxes and just gets back into like the groove of her life and figures out what kind of streaming content she wants to do, you know. And some people try and they just realize that, you know, they don't like it because there are a lot of downsides. You have to be kind of fucked. It's like you have to be mentally unwell to be like, oh, I enjoy streaming. Like, there's like something wrong with you. Like, and you have to learn to love like some negative attention, or you're never gonna. You just have to embrace it. How's the stream quality, people? Hey, what's up, Marco? Distinction could be a big player if he jumped on stream. Such squandered greatness. Yeah, I don't get like Distinction. You've literally met Ava and been on stream with her, yet you're too cucked out to call in ever. But you're in every chat 24/7. But you can't vocalize. You can only textualize. Oh, only textualize. I say out of contextualize, pulling it out of context. Oh. I don't know. Bars aren't really on the table right now. So if you're here for bars, I'm sorry. Hey. Okay. I have Wednesday off. I was gonna see if Miss Hayes is down to do IRL, but I know she struggles with a bit of like anxiety over stuff like that, so I don't want to be too like pressuring. But I did hit her up to see if she was still interested, because I am all for tomorrow. I do have that thing with that show. I'm Playing with Fire at 8:30 tomorrow night. I haven't done any kind of like dating stream for him. Hi. Oh, actually, can I get 2 packs of Newport 100s too? Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Oh, no, that's it. I got what I need. Y'all know how it be. We got the Newport, the Red Bull, sugar free, baby. OPC just texted me back because I asked if he wanted to do an interview about his falling out. He said not really, but I'll explain it to you. Okay. I'm curious to hear either way, I suppose. To me, it seems like OPC has been holding something over her for a while, and that's why she freaked out, because they didn't really seem to have an issue with Spicoli literally talking about, like, raping Maggie, but when it comes to OPC referencing maybe a tad of hypocrisy and referencing, like, how it's okay for people of that age to do certain sex acts, I don't know. Tell OPC what his channel. Oh yeah, I wonder if he's still gonna do lolcow rejects. This will be the real test. Like, was he really into it, or was he just into doing what he thinks Grace wanted? Can you guys tell me what time it is? I don't want to accidentally X out by touching this. Spicoli is dirty. What's up, Andrea? And yeah, we heard about Ozzy. I was just watching a little news clip about it before I stepped out. It's 3:38. Fuck. All right, well, whatever. We've got like 15 minutes. I'll just go to work straight from here. It's really nice. Oh, I don't think I need anything at the house. Exact. This is what I'm saying. Like, he's banned until they need work on Daisy. Like, I don't believe it, honestly. Distinction could be the Paul Schaefer performance, the Robin Williams performance. Oh man, work. I have a very easy, pleasant job. So I just dread any activity that I don't have control over what I do. What is the bad news that Grace receives? Good question. I don't know. Seems like the consequences of their horrible choices and actions have been catching up with them. Even though it's well deserved, it is still sad to see, you know, because, you know, she never really had a fair chance. But, you know, at a certain point, you're an adult and you can't use your family trauma to justify bad behavior forever. You know, a lot of people come from divorced parents. Oof, indeed. All right. I guess let's do a lap and then call it. Whoop. My eyes are very light sensitive. I know that it's good for like depression to make sure you're getting enough sunlight. And I think part of that is like you need to visually experience it. And I tend to always have like a hat and sunglasses on. Always a ton of like sunblock and stuff, but just a lot of important health benefits to like getting outside and being active to some degree. Ruby, when will you do Love Table? Like, oh, the Love Table read of no exit. We gotta set that up. Wait, who were the other readers gonna be for the other characters? I gotta see if we have. I know we just sold a copy of it. Like, actually, I think it was like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we sold a copy of it. It was like no, but we always get new ones like all the time. It's very popular. There's certain items that we just tend to get in the store on a regular basis. You need 2 women and a man. All right, that's possible. It's doable. They should read it before and understand the intentions of their characters. True, yeah. I've only ever read like excerpts from it, so. But I do like a lot of what I've read by Jean-Paul Sartre. It's a beautiful day. What else is new, chat? We've got like another 10 minutes or so together. I'm gonna go into the bookstore. I had a nice shift yesterday. Been feeling like after the trip, I've been feeling in general more sociable and more outgoing, and like I'm taking more initiative to like make plans with people, which I often neglect to do. So that's positive. Wow, look at this view. It's so pretty. Like, are you kidding me? Admit. Thank you for becoming a member again. Much appreciated. I gotta do some members only content. Eric says I'm actually searching for his book right now. It's no longer in print. What is it? We do get some like super rare books in the store. It can be hard to find like a specific book, especially if it's rare, because it's like, you know, there's just a lot of rare books in the world, and we're a small store. But the owner and Kim Dog drive all over Connecticut, going to estate sales, and people like auctioning off like libraries. And we also get donations sometimes from like the Yale Art Museum. We've gotten some interesting like rare books and things like that we're gonna get like thrown out, but end up selling for a bit of moolah. Oh, it's a textbook really. We actually have a weird agreement with another bookstore that we're not allowed to sell textbooks because it would like interfere with their business, and they have an affiliation with Yale that we don't, as does our landlord. So I always found that to be a bit like odd. It's a beautiful day. It's just so nice when it's like not humid, but it's like the sun does just feel good. Do you have the Book of the Dead from the Evil Dead movie? No, I do not. I never got really into like horror books or things of that genre, but I'm trying to branch out into not just reading like philosophy or sociology or psychology books, and looking more into like classic fiction or just general literature. Like I was reading some Virginia Woolf at the store, A Room of One's Own, and it's like, you know, the impact of fiction and imagination, you know, it's that accumulates to the overall movement that led to women being able to have like, you know, their own property and job and whatnot. Everyone's miserable. Hey, Stick. Stick says, I met Lauren Southern on the coast. She was pleasant. Nice. I remember she like came out as being like a centrist a couple years ago. Oh wait, I don't want to go in there. Someone's in there. And she got like a lot of backlash from the right, but people on the left were warming up to her, and that's when she started talking to Destiny and apparently had her like romantic thing with him. She's no different from Baked Alaska. I don't know that much about like his his dealio. I feel like my skin only looks like good from like certain light, and then another you can see like starting to age a little. I've got little lines here, a little line there. But I don't think I think I'm just gonna do like natural aging, just try to look as good as I can, like, and just appreciate, like, you know, had a good run. And I think you can look attractive and sophisticated at any age if you just put in a bit of effort and keep your body healthy and active. Try to look polished. Distinction says good storytelling can be more profound than nonfiction. Exactly. Absolutely. And I've just always had like this weird obsession with getting to the truth of like reality and what is true just in general and what is morally correct. You know, what positions can I have that I can defend adequately? I was always just really obsessed with that. And that just led me to just like consuming a lot of like just nonfiction. A lot of just like books about different political theories or philosophy or psychology. Went through a big self-help phase, you know, like the Robert Greene 48 Laws of Power kind of books. Can you talk more about Grace and Ben, please? Well, I hope that you know, they're able to climb out of this set position. I was watching a bit of Ben's stream earlier because I got notification on Discord that Paro was calling in. So I watched that, I don't know, for like 10 minutes or so, and yeah, it was fairly funny. But I don't know if Grace, I heard she did a short stream yesterday. I did not catch that. And people are saying it ended because she got bad news. So very mysterious. Very mysterious, but it seems like they're having a rough time, and I hope they can find a way to just exist in a world that isn't so toxic. You know, that would be the ideal for them. Pearl was so unhinged. Yeah. I mean, basically, he said that half the population should be annihilated for having small dicks, which was like a pretty firm, like, kind of a controversial take, I'd say. But, you know, he is who he is. He has his, like, fixation with dicks and all that. So it's very Freudian. It's very modern. It's very autistic. We love it. Can we get a time check? I want one more cigarette. Oh, 3:50. I can see the time. All right, I have time for one more cigarette because I'm like right by my job right now. We're just sitting at a Yale building. Me and chat. Can't see it. Let's get some sun on my arms. Let's really feel it. Baked was pretty quick to use pepper spray, or as he would call it, contact spray. I need to get pepper spray. I used to have it. Did anyone see Ava do the mentor the other day? Paro has a good point, though. He does. I think we should listen to him on some stuff. Perhaps everything. Perhaps he is the ticket to absolute understanding and truth in this world. Who knows? Is Paro here? Paro, you haven't done a very good cohesive character development. It makes it hard to follow you as a character in this universe. Oh, that's like a big bug. I think he's done very great character development. And I miss the days when he hosted Rejects, but he would take things way too far. And like, it's just not okay to threaten to rape everyone you disagree with. It's hilarious, but it's not okay. And it's also, it's like not funny to the person you're doing it to. Like that, I don't find hilarious. Just the fact that he goes so extreme and it's just so against TOS and it's just so against like basic moral and social interaction, you know, that it's like, it's funny in a fucked up way. But, and also because, you know, he's not, I don't think he actually would do that, but he just goes off too easily. And he goes to whatever he thinks the most harshest thing he can say is, I guess. I do think that Ben and Grace are like, yeah, romantically involved, like that kind of love. They fight like any toxic, you know, relationship I've ever seen. Paro's not that kind of girl. I think I have a Paro clip here, but let me just play one. Clips. Oh, I have Dalmatian freaking out. I have Paro. This one.
So, people wanted to know, where the fuck have I been? Well, I'm going to tell you where the fuck I have been. I have been traumatized. As you can see from the last stream, that everything, you know, the Wi-Fi, you know, the dynamic 44s and the flaggings and, you know, the dramas that I'm being involved in it, even though I don't want to be involved in it. It's just like, man, what up, BB?
That's so funny. I took a screen recording of something else that was funny happening on a stream. I forget where it was. I didn't upload it yet. I gotta upload some new video clips here, some new audio clips, or just images, I mean. Paro is infinitely more entertaining and funny than the entire local universe put together. Infinitely. Start walking towards my job. What time is it? It's time to go to work. That's fine. I love my job. I love my job, but I also love sitting outside, just talking in a chat. And I like the idea of just going back to bed, honestly. All I'm saying is there is some character development would help, not just jumping in here and there and saying something that is contradicted shortly thereafter you develop a fan base that's larger. Paro isn't a character, though. You know that, right? He's actually just like a very intense, neurodivergent dude. Unless he is like I don't know, but he's been pretty locked into this character, and he's 24/7 on every Discord fighting. So it would be like really a deep scripting moment, but I don't know. Okay. We're by the beautiful Yale campus, downtown New Haven. About to go clock in to work. OPC Don just texted me. And I hope they make it work as like a normal father-daughter relationship. The whole incest thing is, I think it's really working for anybody. Like, is it? Like, do they even enjoy it at this point? Like, LMAO, what did he say? Well, I don't know if he wants that, what he said public, but I haven't opened the message. But the gist of it was he doesn't I don't know. I guess he doesn't want to support them now because he's realizing they're bad. And it's like, okay, like we've done this dance many times, OPC. We've done this dance many times. That you go back to that RV, put your life on the line for these people who literally view you as subhuman because of your kindness. They view that as weakness. They don't appreciate it. They feel entitled to it. They'll be back. They always come back. Yeah, they always come back until they don't. You know, that's kind of how it goes. You know, there's no guarantees that people will keep coming back and supporting the enterprise. Told me about this. I just want to take a hit of weed.
Cause I'm a weed junkie. Addicted to weed, feeling the need. At least it's not speed.
Time is it? It's time. Okay, we're still doing good. We tried to get Paro to set up a Cash App, but he was unable to. Alright. Alright, Kat, we've got like 1 more minute. Any final thoughts of the day? This is a little mellow Ruby online, little book unboxing. You know, I try to do the content even on the days I have work, you know, but not leave the people totally in the desert with nothing to sustain them. I hope they make it work as a romantic relationship. That's a very beautiful and sane sentiment that you have. So thank you for expressing that in my chat. I really do appreciate it. Yummy. Thank you, Eric. Alright, tap my next stream because I don't want to walk in with this. This is fucking embarrassing. It's like kind of out here like spectacle. Okay. Shit, I didn't set anyone up to raid, so that's kind of unfortunate. Whatever. Okay. Alright, bye people. Ciao. Maybe I'll be on later, maybe I won't, but I'll definitely be on tomorrow, 7:30 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Playing with Fire channel for some kind of speed dating show, and Grace is also going to be on it, so who knows how that'll go, but, you know, I haven't done any kind of, like, speed dating show in a while, so I figured may as well, you know, why not? Anyway, ciao, guys.
Hi. People are gonna die.
He was looking... Dude.
Used to never end.
Send me your email on Discord.